My name is Ezli Sanchez. I'm a licensed massage therapist over at Symed Physical Therapy. As you can see, we're doing our massage here on a massage table. So for those of you that are doing this at home or at work or somewhere other than where you have a massage table, keep in mind that your friend on the table or bed will be with their head to the side. So make sure to alternate their head every few minutes to make sure that you don't give them a stiff neck rather than help relieve it. So we're going to start here with a slow, broad stroke over the trapezius and into the rhomboids. Again, making sure to start with lighter than deeper pressure as we're warming up the outer layers of the musculature here. And you could potentially follow this stroke all the way down, however, I'm focusing on the upper part of the body, so I'll now do a similar stroke with one hand at a diagonal, and I'm here sort of following the edge of the shoulder blade. Something to look out for here is making sure you're not hurting yourself, either at your wrist or your low back or really anywhere else, so focusing on your own body mechanics is very important. And here the same stroke on the other side. And now we're going to be doing a third version of that stroke, this time perpendicular to the first, following here along the upper trapezius at the base of the neck. And here again, slowly going out towards the shoulder. And how's the pressure, Scott?
It's good.
It's good. Checking in about pressure is probably the #1 biggest complaint I hear from female patients regarding their husbands. They use too much pressure and they don't know how to change it. So check in every once in a while. Make sure what you're doing is at least somewhat enjoyable. So now we'll begin to get a little bit more specific. I'm going to be using my knuckles here to save my fingers, my thumbs, because I do this all the time. So we're going to be placing first, possibly first and second knuckle, depending on the size of your knuckles, at the very edge of the shoulder blade. And again, positioning yourself in a way that's comfortable for your own body, and following that same path along the shoulder blade.
Right there feels a little tender.
Okay. So here we found the tender spot, and now all that I'm going to do is hang out here. I'm going to maintain my pressure, making sure that the pressure is okay. Is this pressure okay, Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now to smooth out what we've done, another semi-easygoing broad stroke. So using this kind of hand position and motion, we're going to be squeezing along the traps that we just worked with our broad stroke here. And we might stop at any places that feel particularly tough, stiff, bumpy, or if our friend says, hey, that's a good spot. And with my other hand here, I'm applying some traction, putting some tension in the place that I'm squeezing to stretch the fascia, the connective tissue that we talked about at the beginning. Here I'm just exploring around the walls of that groove, seeing if I find anything interesting, and I didn't. So now we're going to move to the master stroke, the masterpiece, the stroke that gets probably 98% of people that are coming to work with neck or shoulders. So here we have the shoulder blade, and what I'm doing here, this is not the master stroke, but I'm finding the bottom of the shoulder blade, and you can see the entire shoulder blade moving. So I'm just going to place my hand here to move the shoulder blade up. and slightly in, so that the top of the shoulder blade, which is what's moving here, moves slightly out. And now with this hand, with the top hand, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna feel for the top of the shoulder blade. And there's a place called the superior angle of the scapula being the shoulder blade, and superior angle meaning the pointy thing at the top. So I can actually draw a whole circle around what's kind of like the peak of a mountain. So how's this spot feeling for you right now?
It's not as tender anymore.
So now to continue helping this muscle to lengthen, I'm going to keep this hand here, and you can relax the movement. This muscle here that attaches from the top of the shoulder blade and goes to the side of the neck here, attaching to the vertebrae, it's called levator scapulae, and it raises the shoulder blade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start both hands right here at the top of the shoulder blade. This one here is going to keep pushing away from the neck, while the other hand is going to begin to slowly travel up along the neck. And so what we're doing here is we're mechanically lengthening the levator scapulae muscle here. Now some feel good fluffy stuff. And all of this, of course, could be repeated on the other side. However, here we're gonna transition to face up. So thank you so much for watching this video. Happy holidays. If you want to come get a massage from me or some of my co-workers, you can come to Saime Physical Therapy in Gainesville. And also keep a lookout for other videos coming sometime soon.